Mrs. Thursday.
Just a minute, I'll come down. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. It was the shock of seeing you, Mr. Hunter. Is it about Mr. Dunridge? Is he worse?
Fading fast, Mrs. Thursday. Fading fast, I'm afraid.
Can't believe it. A man like that, so full of life.
Ah, yes, indeed. But in the midst of life, as they say. He wishes to see you, Mrs. Thursday.
Me? You're joking. What should he want to see me for?
He asked. He insisted that you should be brought to him at once.
Well, if you say so. I'm hardly in a fit state. I'll have to change.
Well, I'll wait in the car. And please hurry, Mrs. Thursday. We've little time.
Right. Wait, I nearly forgot.
Just a moment, Bates.
How'd you open this blessed thing?
Allow me.
You think a posh car like this would have proper handles on the windows? Mrs. Evans, Millie! Do me a favour, love, will you? Pay the insurance for me when he comes round, will you?
Of course I will.
Don't like to miss him. Here, it's 2 and 9pence.
You're doing all right for yourself, ain't you? Having a nice heart, eh?
Oh, and if the coal man comes round, ask him to leave me 100-weight, will you? And ask him to put it in the shed, not all over the yard.
Do you think we might...
Sorry. Bye, Millie.
Bye, Alice. Watch him. You want to watch him? I've seen his type before. Give 'em an inch, they'll take a yard.
All right, Bates.
She's ever so nice, really.
I'll take your word for it.
Walter. He's very much weaker, Mr. Landis.
There's nothing more that we could,
Do you hold out any...
Mr. Dunridge is a remarkable man. He has great willpower. With anyone else, I should be most doubtful, but in his case, well, anything is possible.
Sir Charles Barker and Mr. Joseph Lever are very anxious to see him.
Absolutely out of the question.
They are joint vice chairman of the board. There are some vital business matters.
They'll have to wait.
No visitors, is that clear?
The press.
Quite clear, Doctor.
We have prepared the usual bulletin.
You know the cause of it, don't you?
He had a stroke.
Oh, yes, but what brought that on, eh? All that rich food, all them dinners and banquets, no good for man nor beast, and working all the hours God sends, working himself to death. Shouldn't have said that.
You get on very well with Mr. Dunridge, I believe.
Oh, well, he was always very nice to me. Used to talk to me when I cleaned round his office.
What about?
Oh, he liked to go on about the old days. He started poor, you know, started from nothing, sold papers on the street.
All millionaires start by selling newspapers. It's part of their image.
Ah, but he never forgot it. Know what he asked me once? Asked me to make him a bread pudding.
A bread pudding?
A bread pudding. Said he hadn't had one for donkey's years. You should have seen him tuck into it. 7:30 in the morning, stoking it away he was. Oh, I like to see a man eat. My late husband was a good eater. He had his faults, I admit, but he always cleared his plate.
Excuse me. Hello?
Landis here, is that you, Hunter?
Yes,
Is Mrs. Thursday with you?
Yes, she is, Mr. Landis. We shall be at the house in a few minutes.
Take her home again, Hunter. The doctors have given strict instructions that Mr. Dunrich is to receive no visitors.
But Mr. Dunrich himself...
The doctors have overruled him. Take her home, Hunter.
Telephones in motor cars. I don't know what they'll think of next.
We have a problem, Mrs. Thursday. That was Mr. Landis.
Who's he then?
Mr. Dunrich's PA.
PA?
Personal assistant.
I don't know that one.
You can count yourself fortunate. He is, if you'll excuse the term, a bit of a twit.
Fancy.
He instructed me to take you back home. On the other hand, Mr. Dunrich himself gave me his own personal instructions to fetch you.
And now he's changed his mind?
No. No, I don't think he has. What do you think we should do, Mrs. Thursday?
I don't know.
Well, my own personal feeling is we should ignore little Mr. Landis.
Well, if you think it's all right.
Yes. We shall proceed as arranged.
How is
Weaker, I'm afraid, Mrs. Dunrich. The doctors have...
I'll go right up.
You'll have to join the queue, darling.
Sheila, what on earth are you doing here?
Same as you, my darling, visiting the sick.
I've come to see my husband.
Your ex-husband.
The divorce hasn't gone through yet.
A mere legal technicality, darling. Oh, let's face it, we're all exes. He's divorced us all.
I am still George's legal wife. And in any case, the whole thing was a tragic misunderstanding. I've always loved him.
Ha! How can you speak about love? You do not know the meaning of it. I am the only one he ever loved. Let's not exaggerate now, darling.
You were only married to him for 3 months.
3 wonderful, beautiful months. You only lasted 6, darling.
And you?
Oh, I hold the world record. A year over 3 days. Well, we're all here at the end. Do not speak like this. How can you be so heartless? Oh, I'm sorry, Nikita. I didn't realize you were so sensitive. The fact is we are here. The 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th, Mrs. Dunrich. If Brenda was here, we'd have a full house.
I'm going up.
Now, hold on, darling.
Legally, I'm still George's
A mere
wife. and
quibble, darling. The divorce would be final next week.
Out of my way.
I was here first.
Ladies, please. Mrs. Dunrich, I
Take your hands off me.
Mrs. Dunrich.
Ah.
Mrs. Dunrich.
Oh, he's right. We shouldn't quarrel. It's foolish. We'd go up to him together.
Ladies, the doctors gave strict
Oh,
orders
shut
that...
up. Together, agreed? Okay. Margot?
Very well.
I'm sorry. Mr. Dunrich is sleeping. He is not to be disturbed.
I am Mrs. Dunrich.
I am Mrs. Dunrich.
Je suis Madame Dunrich.
Absolutely disgraceful. In all my professional career, I have never seen anything like it.
I tried to stop them.
I shall telephone the doctor.
There we are, Mrs. Thursday. This is Miss Adams, the housekeeper. This is Mr. Landis. Mrs. Thursday.
Pleased to meet you.
Hunter, what is the meaning of this? I thought I told you...
Ah, yes, indeed you did, Mr. Landis. But I consulted Mrs. Thursday, and we felt we should follow Mr. Dunrich's instructions in the matter. He's most anxious to see Mrs. Thursday.
Visitors are not allowed. The doctors have
I think that in this case...
We can make no exceptions. I'm sure you understand that, Mrs.
Thursday, Mum.
It was very kind of you to come, but sick men do make extraordinary requests sometimes, don't they? We can't always give in to them, can we?
No. How is he?
Well, there's very little improvement, I fear.
I'm sorry. Well, perhaps you'd tell him I called, like, and give him my very best regards.
Well, I really think you should stay, Mrs. Thursday. Mr. Dunrich was most insistent.
No, we got to go by what the doctors say, haven't we? I'll come back tomorrow.
I thought you said he was weaker.
Get out! Oh, bloody lot of you, get out!
Mr. Dunrich, you shouldn't be out of bed, sir.
Leave me alone. Mrs. Thursday?
Yes, sir, it's me, sir.
You came. Come on up, I want to talk to you.
Sir, I do feel...
Shut up. Come on up, Alice. Here, give me your arm. Get me back to that damn bed.
Who is that? Mickey. Oh, it's all your fault, Margaret.
That's better. Any more noise out of you lot, I'll come down and bang your heads together so hard your ears will be ringing for a fortnight.